today's episode, XM comes under the microscope in Judge Pitbull.
Hello there, this is James, and you're watching a brand new series I'm putting together called Judge Pitbull. Now, in Judge Pitbull, what we do is we review everything in relation to trading. But before I introduce the latest victim to go under the microscope, don't forget these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice or a recommendation. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence, and of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out of the way, let's get started. So today's little victim to go under the microscope of Judge Pitbull is XM, or the broker known as XM. A broker which has impressed me considerably doing my research, and a fairly young one. But before we start going into a little bit more about them, let's have a quick look at their history. XM was launched in 2009, and its owners and other key members flew around the world, building relationships with IBs and affiliates, holding educational seminars and other key events. XM is indeed regulated by CISAG. However, it also has a passport that allows it into entry in countries like Germany, Spain, France, Italy, to name just a few. In such a short space of time, XM has become a major player in the market. Now, I remember when XM first started in the industry. In fact, they actually started out under the name of Trading Point, which is still the name of the holding company. They obviously then rebranded later down the line. I know about them exploding onto the scene because a number of the colleagues I was working with, working for a brokerage at the time, a number of colleagues of mine I was working with had left the brokerage I was with to join XM because there was a lot of excitement about when they first started. And like I said, in the previous segment, their business model was to go out and build as many relationships as possible with IBs all around the world. At the same time, they went around the world holding big educational seminars. Everywhere you look, they were doing expos and seminars all around the globe. So they spent a lot of time building up their business by building friendship. Very impressed with that. And even to this day, I know a number of people who work for XM, and they speak very highly. They're mainly in the marketing department, but they speak very highly of of how they treat their staff and about this company in particular. But what really stands out to me is not only because, like I said, they started in 2009, which makes them pretty young, pretty young, but it's the amount and size they have become in that small length of time. And what I mean by that is by the amount of trading volumes they do. As I've said in my previous videos, I often judge a broker's size or performance by how many volumes they're doing in trading per day, because that is key. That's key. That's key for their growth as a company, but it's also key for you for when you're doing your trading, because the higher the volumes, the better execution, the less gaps, the less slippage and things of this nature. So it's important for you to know. But XM, according to the Traders Union website, as of initial part, we're only a couple of days into 2024, but based on the numbers and the averages of 2023, XM's trading volume, according to Traders Union, is 16.8 billion per day. That means, roughly calculated, on average, they do 420 billion a month, or 420 yards, if you want to use industry jargon. Now that's impressive. That's very impressive, if you think about it, for a retail brokerage. As I've said in previous segments, I've worked for brokers who've done 30 to 60 yards a month, but they're doing, according to Traders Union, 420 yards a month. That's massive. That's really impressive. I mean, it's not the biggest. It's close, and it's catching up with, it's no league of some of the massive brokers I know. But that's still very impressive numbers. And the fact that their business model, which is purely based on building relationships, has made it work for them, then hats off. Fair play to you, XM, on that. So anyway, let's have a quick look at their website and the company in general, what they offer, what maybe makes them stand out.
Initial website impressions.
Okie dokie, everyone. Let's get our initial impressions from the website. Okay. This is obviously their homepage, so straight away in the banner, live education for traders of all levels. Like I mentioned beforehand, they're very big on building relationships, very big on building relationships. As we go down the rest of their page, we obviously got 1,000 plus trading instruments, 0.0 spreads as low as 0 pips, apparently, 10 plus trading platforms. That's interesting. We'll have a look at a bit more into that. And 30 plus industry awards. Now, of course, trade Forex, CFDs, stocks, metals, and more, etc., etc. Get more than your Forex and CFD trading account. Okay, personal account managers. Like I say, these are, they're all about building relationships. All about building relationships. Unlimited access to video tutorials, free daily technical analysis. We'll have a look at that. Free access to Forex market research, and daily access to Forex trading signals, daily Forex market outlook, free access to daily Forex webinars, and 10 platforms to choose from, any device, anywhere, and live help. Okay, well, this is interesting. Let's have a look at their trading platforms. MT4, standard, MT5, standard, and XM Web Trader. Now that I would be interested in to have a little look at. What else do they have on their homepage? Standard sort of stuff there. What was this? Traders down. Okay, they do a little bit of market sentiment, which is quite nice. Again, we'll have a look more in their analysis pages as well, and their list of awards and accolades. Go on to choose a fair broker. Some say how there could be, they're worth trusting. They're a human broker. Human broker, they put in their words there. Globally renowned, focused on the client, transparent and fair. So, okay. Now, first thing I want to do, I want to look at the 10 plus platforms, what they have here. Let's have a look at their platforms. Let's go up. They've got a list of them there, but I want to have a quick look at them. Let's have a look. View our platforms. Let's have a look at what trading platforms they have available. So, trade on the go. Okay, this is obviously their trading app. Just so you know, it's XM MT4 and MT5 trading app. Okay, so it's MT4, MT5. So again, we have their features, the MT4, MT5. Right. Let's have a look. What's this? Which one's this one? This is their XM trading app. It looks like MT4 to me. So, okay, let's have a look. And then a list of questions, obviously, in relation to that. But I think, what is this app for the phone? Trade anywhere. It's MT4, MT5 then. Is that what this is what it is? So it's not a standalone app. So they have it, which again looks like, to me, a standard MT4 app, to be honest. That's what they say. How did I download the XM MT4? So it's a mobile app. So they call it XM app, but it's a mobile MT4, MT5 mobile app. MT4 for Windows, MT4 for Mac, MT4 Motor Terminal, Web Trader, MT4 for Android tablet, MT5 Android, MT5 Web Trader, MT5. So there are 10 trading apps or trading platforms. Is basically MT4 and MT5 across several different applications. So it's not 10 standalone apps, is it? So that's a little bit misleading, or not necessarily misleading because it then tells us the case, but it's also a little bit like we got all these trading apps, but in fact you just have MT4 and MT5. So unless I am missing something big here, let's have a quick look. I want to make it says MT4, MT5 compatible. Available on both MT4 and MT5. I'm gonna have to need to look into that a little bit more, because I don't want to necessarily say that's all they're offering, but yeah, it does seem a little bit restricted. But anyway, MT4, MT5 are standard trading applications or standard trading platforms which are used by every broker. So initial impressions of the overall website. Okay, I mean, this is a bit I'm going to focus on in a little while, the analysis, because I do know for a fact that when it comes to education and analysis, XM are pretty impressive. So we will be focusing on that mainly on a separate segment in this video in a minute. But overall, first impressions of the homepage, pretty standard. Let's have a quick look at some other things as well, quickly. Trading. So obviously we have forex trading instruments, forex, of course, stocks, commodities. Let's have a look at what they say on their stocks, tradable stocks here. Okay, again, it's fine. So they have a list of some stocks here which is tradable. Quite a few actually here, by looks of things. That's okay. That's fine. You know, some interesting ones here as well. Okay, all right, very nice, very nice. At least they're breaking down the, the average spread as well, and the symbol you'll see on the trading platform, margin requirements, obviously the swap values for both long and short. Okay, which is fine. And actually they break it all down. So if you go, let's have a look at the US stocks, see what they say here, what they have here. Obviously nice alphabetical order. Not bad. Okay, all right, fine. Let's have a quick look at the commodities they have available for trading. So again, they have their, actually this is not bad. They've got a nice list of softs commodities. Nice list of soft commodities. What other commodities do they do? Let's have a look. Trading hours as well, which is quite good. So obviously these are CFDs. They'll be trading different trading types as well, which is quite good. Okay, obviously then they have the precious metals. Okay, which is fine. Standard gold, silver, gold, euro as well. Okay, not massive there with the metals. There's no copper, no aluminium. So that's okay. Right, that's fine. Equities. Okay, equities. Okay, again, nice list of equities available as well, which again, they have all the details here, look, of the margin requirements, swap values, trading hours as well, which is really useful to know. So again, pretty good actually. That's okay, that's fine, that's good. That's good. Energies, Brent, natural gas, and oil. Okay, again, standard. A nice breakdown of the requirements there. So overall, initial impressions, okay, pretty standard stuff. I do quite like, obviously, they've got plenty of information there, the breakdowns of this as well. What I did notice as well, which I quite liked, if we go back to the the precious metal page I saw. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, okay. Spot investments. Also, like some of the account types as well, and the requirements, which again is quite nice. So yeah, okay, good information, reasonable. Initial impression of the website though doesn't shout out to me. Amazing, but fairly professional, fairly standard. And like I say, first thing, I'm a bit disappointed that they are claiming 10 trading platforms, which again, they're not lying. It's the same trading platforms that's available on 10 different or 10 plus different computer, types of programs or operating systems. So there we go. Okay. So far. So good. Okay, initial impressions. Yeah, standard website or homepage. Not blowing me away at the moment. Okay, it has a set brand which is fine and all good. It did sound like I'm taking or undervaluing the fact that they're claiming they have 10 trading platforms, but it's only MT4 and MT5. It did sound like that, and in some ways I am a little bit disappointed with that. But bear in mind there's so many other different brokers out there who trade, offer different trading platforms as well. Because MT4, MT5, okay, yes, they're the industry standard for the retail market in, I'll say, Europe and the Western world, or in Asia as well. But there's other trading platforms that are slightly more user friendly, maybe, and has a little bit more features. However, again, that is not a criticism, because MT4, MT5 are extremely popular, and once you get your head around them, they offer you huge potential, and they're massive. All retail brokers offer them anyway. So again, I'm not overly criticizing them for that, but it's a little bit disappointing on the side of that, which is a bit of a shame. But overall, standard, good homepage, website, good features. The standard number of trading instruments. It'd be nice to see something a little bit different, but standard assets available to trade, so no big problem with that. Overall, fine, not a problem. But the next bit I want to look at, I'm really excited about looking at it.
Market research and education.
So this bit is something I am really looking forward to diving in a bit deeper and having a look at, because XM are well known for their research or market updates and their education. It's a major sales pitch from them. So I am looking forward and having a look, see what they offer in this section. So let's go into this research and education. Let's look at their research first. So obviously you got their market overview here, which is obviously their market updates. Very nice, plain, pretty standard looking. They've obviously got a deal with Reuters. Okay, well, obviously they're getting the information from Reuters, the market updates, and as you can see, it comes out pretty, promptly. The last one here, have a look at the newsfeed, was announced 11 minutes ago. So obviously they've tapped in and they paid for Reuters to update them on what is happening in the market. So again, very nice. On all their pages as well, they have a lot of the market sentiment and things of this nature as well. Pretty plain blog, but standard. But look, nice. At least they're keeping the information, pretty up to date. Let's have a quick look at this news section. They have their Discover section here. And this bit I quite like. It's called Market Pulse. It's a new thing. So they've got a lot of the instruments here, but if you click on it, it gives you how many times it's been mentioned recently. So what, it's giving you an indication of what the market is talking about, how many comments there is, how many things there is on this. That's the stocks. Click on cryptos. Again, wow, how many mentions It's got, how many talks or mentions it's had in the last, this is for 24 hours. So again, what the market's talking about, which I think this is a nice little feature. I really do. Currencies, again, obviously euro, dollar, 1,981 mentions apparently in the last 24 hours, which again is nice. Commodities, again, I think this is a nice little feature. Nice little feature. Gold, obviously, it's got the most mentions. Obviously, the size of the bubble is how many mentions they got. The bigger the bubble, the more mentions. But yeah, nice little feature. That's not bad. I like it. Features and ideas. Again, this is for obviously active clients. So they've got a whole range here. Extended forest news, expert technical analysis, blah, 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 blah. Okay, very nice. Okay, let's go on to market insights. Again, so that's all part of that. Fundamental insights. Also, you need to have an active account to have that. But let's have a look at some other stuff they've got. Let's look at the news. Again, very similar to the market overview. Again, it's just Reuters keeping us up to date. XM Research. Okay, this is obviously done by their own team. Again, so they have their own personal identity on this. Not bad. I like, you need to have your own face on it as well, which is good. So these are all their own people writing their opinions. Obviously, it's not up to date as much as, say, Reuters, but still 2 hours, it's not bad. It's pretty good. 6 hours. So again, it's regularly updated, which is nice. Trading ideas. Again, you see this obviously in quite a lot of technical analysis sites out there as well. They give you the idea of the directions. Obviously, using this company here to give them the technical indicators or their examples. Okay, so again, that's standard. You see that, but again, pretty good. Bear in mind, this is all in one place, which is not bad. It's not bad. Technical summaries. Okay, again, you can find this. Obviously, gives you choose the instrument, and they'll give you how they feel it's going to be acting in a 5-minute period or 15-minute, hourly, daily. Okay, so again, economic calendar. Everybody has an economic calendar, so it's not anything to write home about. Again, standard economic calendar, which is fine. Again, like I said beforehand, this is all in one place, which is nice. Now, this next bit I want to look at, I really do like. It's called XM TV. XM TV. Here is obviously their market outlook videos that they've done. Very nicely done, very professional. As you can see, obviously shot in their own office as well. So it's very nice. So you got all the latest videos 2 weeks ago, obviously Christmas period, so I'm not going to hold that against them, but very nice identity as well. And they have a massive education / analysis team. So really good. There we go, of course, to podcasts. Again, I love podcasts. I love the fact that they're doing podcasts. I love that because people like to get their information and their analysis and their education in different means. Some prefer, obviously, podcasts, videos, reading, you name it. But the fact they have a podcast series is great. And I do love podcasts. I used to do podcasts myself. So again, brilliant. I love that. I love that they're doing podcasts. Again, it's all part of their identity as well. Like I say, I do like financial institutions which put a face and a personality behind them, or as part of who they are. I do like that. Let's go back to then education. See what they do with the education center, learning center. So again, they have XM Live, which we've already seen. But let's have a look at the live. There we go. This is XM Live with their education. And this again is great. I like this. So you have the English beginners room. Okay, so let's have a look and see. They do these live, almost like live webinars, which I really like when it loads. If it loads, it will eventually. Yeah, I know, I get it. Just want to see an example. Thank you. Now, I used to do, and I still do, a lot of live shows myself, and I love the fact that they're actually, it's, Just mute them. So again, this is nice. You know, it's again, they're putting a face on it. They're doing live coverage. Apparently, they do Friday 7 to 4 o'clock, which is quite a lot. They go to the advanced segment. It's going to be something similar again. But I think the advanced, they have 2 people talking. Which again, yes, I get it. I get it. I understand. Yeah, again, okay. Get another live show, which is brilliant. Really good. This is for the more advanced level. If we then click on, say, their instructors, I mean, look at this again. This is a big team of individuals, all representing XM. I can't say I know any of them. And I know quite a few people in the industry, but these are all their instructors. Fair enough, a good big team there. And their research team, again, very nice. Big team of researchers as well. So all in all, really, really impressive on that. Really impressive. Let's get back to the main page on their education. No, listen, I love this. I think this is great. If you will let me go back. Thank you. I get the point. Very in your face. Sign up to get more. I'm okay, thank you. Let's go back to the education I want to look at. See what else they've got. Okay, so obviously they have webinars. Okay, they see Forex CFD webinars, platform tutorials, standard. Let's have a look at the trading tools they've got as well. Let's have a look at the trading tools. See what they have there. Technical indicators. Which of course you have to log in. Yeah, okay. EAs then as well. Very nice. Very nice. Overall, that research and educational section is brilliant. Let's have a quick look at their YouTube page, because like I say, I like to look at socials as well. So let's have a look at their YouTube page. Here we are. 104,000 subscribers. Pretty good. That's a big following. That's nice. So clearly, obviously, they start off with their promotional video. And again, they have the basically MT4 tutorials on it, educational videos, which of course are the same team you see on XM Live and all this type of work. Nice, reasonable. That's 4 years ago. Then they have the trading tips. This is XM Live, look, which they obviously then share on the YouTube pages as well. I mean, not bad numbers. Bear in mind, they've got 104,000 subscribers. Not bad. Market commentary. Again, I guess you can find this on the website as well. Again, okay. Technical analysis center. Very nice. Very nice. It's got its own personal branding and image, which again is fine, is great. Obviously got a huge team of people, of experts, Okay, and they've obviously all got all their own XM sites around the world, Malaysia, Philippines, obviously in the different languages. Okay, now this is cool. All right, we're getting in the latest trend. We've got the YouTube Shorts, which are obviously members of staff or representatives of XM doing little shorts with several different topics. Let's have a quick look at one. Let's look at the latest, see what it's like. Okay, one is the fading trading strategy. Very nice. Okay, at least they're up to date with the cool kids, Okay, that's cool. That's good. That's not a bad. At least it's got a face and identity to it, and I like that. I must admit, I do like financial institutions who have a face, and yeah, there's personality there, which is cool, which is good. So it's safe to say, I'm generally very impressed with what they do for analysis, but more for education and for the human touch. Like I say, they have so many instructors, so many analyses, but the way they've done the XM Live on the XM TV is really impressive, and it gives them their own identity, which is great. because I do like the human touch. I like the human touch a lot. Without the human touch, there's no, feel to it. I mean, that was one of the criticisms I made of FX Pro. It doesn't have a human nature side. And I know I made a joke earlier on that they said they're a human broker, but they are in some ways. With the amount of material they do for education and market analysis out there is generally really, really impressive and really good. So I am impressed by that a lot. And it is important to me, in my opinion, for a broker or a financial institution to, be, bold enough to have a face of a company to represent them, or a number of faces in the case of XM. So yeah, this is definitely a gold star. I knew about this segment anyway, and this is why I was looking forward to seeing all the things they offer. So I'm genuinely impressed. But that is good. So definitely a big, 2 thumbs up with this side of things. I think this is brilliant, and I like it a lot. So it's, bear in mind I'm in that side of the industry as well. So of course I'm gonna, be important to me. But top marks for that. Top marks. On their YouTube page, again, they're just obviously literating as good. Very good with some of the content. I like the fact that they're getting down with the kids, the trendy people. I'm too old for that sort of stuff, but they're getting down in time for that as well with doing the YouTube shorts, which is brilliant, and it has a little bit of personality to it as well. Is it the best YouTube page for a broker I've ever seen? When it comes to that, no. There's one more, which, there's another broker who I follow and I look at a lot for material and ideas, who got a bigger following and is slightly better, has a bit more personality. But overall, XM, top marks. Still really impressed on that. Before I give my sort of judgment and my overall view of XM, let's have there's 2 more things, or a couple more things I want to have a look at.
Account types and partnerships.
Okay, well, lastly, I want to have a quick look at their different trading accounts they have, and something else which stands out to me as well. So let's have a quick look at their different types of trading accounts they provide. It's a nice little breakdown here of the different, choices you have. They have XM ultra low micro account, XM ultra low standard account, and XM zero account. What's the differences? Well, basically the ultra low and the ultra low standard don't have commissions. So obviously there's going to be a slightly higher spread, whereas the zero account obviously going to be a lot less, lower spreads, as you can see, as low as 0 pips, but you have to pay commission because that's somehow how they have to make their money. But it then gives you obviously the number of positions difference, which is 300 on the low micro, 300 on the low standard, but 200 only, which is still quite a few positions, on the zero account. And then they have their minimum deposit amounts, which is $5, which is very, very low. You're not going to be able to do anything with that. But okay, so there's a nice little explanation of their trading accounts. As well as that, they have their spreads, which is really nicely done, I think. Gives you plenty of information on their average spreads. And you can click down and find out all the different types of spreads on the different asset classes. So here you have the FX instruments. You can see the breakdown here of all the currency pairs you have available. Minimum margin requirement, easy for me to say, etc. So you have all your bits and pieces information on that as well. But again, you can break it down. You can go to all the different types of. Oops, wrong button. Go back again. Sorry, my bad. All the different types of spreads on commodities as well. Commodities, the equity indices, precious metals, and energies. So again, nicely explained, plenty of information for you to find out on the trading conditions with XM there. One other thing I want to quick look at, or 2 things actually. One, of course, they have promotions. Again, they say they are a little more sales orientated than the likes of, say, FX Pro are. But the thing which stands out, which I always want to look at, as I mentioned at the very beginning, the core front of their business, what drove them, what created them, was their relationships with introducing brokers and affiliates. And they have quite a bit of information here dedicated to recruiting new partners. And very nice breakdown, plenty of tools for new people who want to become IBs or affiliates, etc. A lot of marketing tools you can use, etc. And of course, obviously, they have an affiliate or IB portal so you can see how well you're doing. So again, nice, definitely you can see this is the core of their business, very different from the likes of FX Pro. But yeah, plenty of information there, for you to know and discover if you indeed want to become a
Final judgment.
Okay, like we said at the beginning of this little video, the core business structure of XM is building relationships and partnerships. It's always been the foundation of what the company is being based upon. So of course they're going to have a large segment on recruiting new partners and things of that nature. Account types, pretty standard as well, so that's not a problem. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, this is the core of their business. Now, as I mentioned previously with the education and the research, there is a human face. Customer service wise, you do get a personal account manager, which means you will have somebody to contact directly, but most likely will contact you as well and see how you're doing. So though it's not going to be pushy sales, because nobody does that anymore, you are going to have somebody who's going to be on the phone, likely to call you or likely to be available to you. Now there's several advantages to that type of setup. For one, if you have a issue, then you can go to somebody to help you solve it quicker. That's a personal contact to get it done. On the other side of things, if you don't want somebody contacting you, then that might be not something for you. But again, if you explain that and say that, rather just go to them when needs be instead of being contacted, then that's fair enough. I mean, in my personal opinion, bear in mind, I've been in many fields in this industry. I've been on the portfolio management side where I've been in regular contact with clients. I always personally prefer having that personal contact to build a relationship with, because again, I do like a human face to the financial service industry. But again, it depends on you, okay? It depends on you. So let's get to the final judgment on XM. It's difficult. Again, it's not a criticism. I'm slightly let down by the lack of trading platform options. Execution is absolutely fine. I've tested that as well. Customer support, which of course they have a chat, which is mainly automated. That's fine. The personal account manager, I quite like, because I like the human touch and having somebody to go to, as long as you address what your personal parameters are. I don't want to be called whatever, or call me whatever. That's absolutely fine. The big blow away, of course, is the research and the education they do. XM is definitely more sales orientated as opposed to something like FX Pro, the other broker we've reviewed in this series so far. But again, it depends on your outlook for that. But yeah, the big selling point for me is definitely the research and analysis. Excellent. The volumes they're doing as well, according to Traders Union, like I say, this is based to them. That's so impressive for a retail broker who's only established itself since 2009. I mean, not the biggest numbers I know of in the retail market, but that's pretty impressive. That's good, and it also helps with obviously the execution, which is quite good. Is there anything in particular which stands out from XM to me, other than, again, I'll go on about it, that research and education? Not really. That's their biggest point for me. I do know better companies who have a slightly bit more personal identity and a bit more character, but overall XM very good on that, and that's a cracking job. So good for you, XM, on that. So it comes to my rating. This is a tough one because I want this to be a bit different. It is tough for me. As you know, in Judge Pitbull, we rate them, at 10 pips, 10 pips being the highest. Bar the research education side of things, which is so impressive. Down with the trading stuff. Solely, to be honest, before the execution's good, the volume's impressive, I'm going to have to give the same rating as I did FX Pro. But I will say XM has a lot more character than FX Pro. So I admire that greatly, and I admire what they've achieved in such a short space of time. But I'm going to have to give them the same rating, which is 8 pips out of 10. So well done, XM. Now, don't forget, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research, do your own diligence, and of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade or opening any trading account. Till next time, every single one of you, trade safe.